I was standing in a meeting room, surrounded by co-workers who wouldn't make eye contact, when my boss smirked, pointed at me, and said, "Some people here clearly aren't team players." Everyone knew who he meant, and what he didn't know was that 20 minutes later, one calm, polite email would turn him into the loneliest man in the office. If you've ever had a boss abuse their power, if you've ever been pressured, embarrassed, or subtly threatened at work, this story is for you. Hit like, subscribe, and settle in, because this is one of those rare revenge stories where nobody yells, nobody explodes, and justice still hits hard. I worked in a mid-sized office, nothing glamorous. Cubicles, fluorescent lights, the constant hum of printers, and quiet resentment. There were about 30 of us on the team, and above us, one manager and 3 team leads. One of those team lead positions opened up. Everyone assumed it would go to one of the obvious candidates. People who had been there years, who trained new hires, who kept things running when management disappeared. Instead, they promoted him, an entry-level guy, less than a year at the company. 0 leadership experience, no qualifications, and according to HR's own written rules, he wasn't even allowed to apply. But somehow, he got it. Why? Because he was a sucker. The kind who laughed too loudly at management jokes, who stayed late just to be seen staying late, who nodded aggressively in meetings without contributing a single original thought. Grievances were filed. Multiple. Detailed. Professional. HR dismissed all of them. That's when the mood changed. Before the promotion, people tolerated him. After, they hated him. Not quietly, not politely. You could feel it when he walked by. Conversations stopping mid-sentence, chairs subtly turning away, eyes glued to screens. Except for 2 or 3 corporate sycophants, nobody respected him. And middle management noticed. They pulled him aside and told him in corporate speak, "You need to improve morale. Get people to like you." So he did what every insecure power tripper does. He forced it. His solution? Monthly after-work happy hours. He sent the email with a cheerful subject line and that classic manipulation phrase. Attendance is not required, but strongly encouraged, which everyone knows means, if you don't show up, we'll remember. People panicked. Some co-workers had hour-long commutes. Some had kids and had to scramble for babysitters. Some barely made enough money to justify unpaid social obligations. And they were terrified, not of missing drinks, of losing their jobs. And here's the kicker. He wasn't even technically my boss. I wasn't under him, but he still tried to rope me in. I declined the invite. Politely. He came by my cubicle. Once. Twice. Again. The day of. Each time with that fake smile, leaning on the cube wall like we were buddies. "You coming tonight, right?" I smiled back. Calm. Firm. "Nope." I explained it clearly. "If I'm not on the clock, you can't require me to be there. I know my rights." Inside, I was thinking, there is no universe where I spend my free time pretending to like you. He didn't like that. His jaw tightened. Smile vanished. He walked away in a huff. And I knew. I had just become a target. The next morning, everyone dragged themselves in. People were awkwardly pretending the happy hour had been fun. Laughing too hard. Overselling it, desperate to escape his attempts at forced bonding. At 10 a.m. we had stand-up. He smiled, talked about how great the happy hour was. Then, he looked straight at me, in front of everyone. "It's important to be a team player." Pause. Management notices when people don't show up. Another pause. Skipping required events sends a message. My ears burned. My heart pounded. Not from fear, but from that sharp electric anger that makes your hands feel cold. I thought, oh, you want to play this game publicly? Fine. I didn't argue, didn't defend myself, didn't react. I went back to my desk, sat down. Waited 20 minutes. Long enough for the sting to settle. Long enough to be calm. Then I opened my email. I addressed it to the entire team. Friendly tone. No accusations. No names. Just facts. I wrote, "Hey everyone. A few folks asked me about after-work events and whether they're required. So I figured I'd share this with the group. According to State Statute X, hourly employees cannot be required to attend unpaid work-related events outside of scheduled hours. So if you can't make it, whether it's childcare, commute, or personal time, there's no need to worry at all." That's it. No sarcasm. No threats. Just the law. I hit send. You could feel it. Emails stopped. Keyboards paused. Heads popped up over cubicle walls. Across the office, I saw him reading it. His face drained of color. Because now, everyone knew. The fear evaporated. The next not required but required happy hour. People didn't scramble. They didn't apologize. They didn't explain. They just didn't go. He sat alone at the bar. Twice. Same forced smile. Same empty stool next to him. Power was gone. No speeches. No confrontations. Just a quiet, irreversible loss of authority. And he never tried it again. That's the thing about power. When it's real, you don't need to force it. And when it's fake, one calm email can expose it completely. If this story made you smile, hit like. If you've ever watched a power trip crash and burn, subscribe. And tell us in the comments, what's the most satisfying workplace revenge you've ever seen? Because sometimes, the quiet victories hit the hardest.